Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Counting Thermometers by MD88 Keys, or as I like to call them, Dr. Piano. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means that every cell in the grid place a single digit such that every row, column, and designated 9-cell region contains the digits 1 through 9 exactly once each. We also know, we have digits on a thermometer increase from the bulb to the tip. So, for example, you could have something along the lines of, I don't know, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And this would be valid because you're always increasing from the bulb to the tip. What you cannot have, though, is something like, say, 3, 4, 6, 8, 7, because it's decreasing from this cell to this cell, which is not allowed anywhere going from the bulb to the tip on a thermometer. And finally, we have the counting part of the thermometer. So this part was the thermometer part, and the counting part is a digit n that appears on any thermometer cell must appear n times on thermometer cells. This is the counting thermometers part. So that means every digit that is on a thermometer has to appear exactly n times. Any digit n that appears on thermometer must appear exactly n times on thermometer cells. So that means if we had 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9 here, that means 3 has to appear 3 times on thermometer cells, 4 must appear 4 times on thermometer cells, 6 must appear 6 times on thermometer cells, 8 must appear 8 times on thermometer cells, etc., etc. 9 must appear 9 times on thermometer cells. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, well, the first thing we see is in this upper left-hand box, all the cells in that box are on a thermometer. So that means the digits 1 through 9 must appear on that many times on a thermometer. So that means the digits, the cells that are on a thermometer in this puzzle must add up to 1 plus all the way up to 9, which is equal to 45, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 adds up to 45. 1 must appear once, 2 must appear twice, 3 must appear 3 times, etc., etc. So that means the spaces covered here have to be 1 through 9 all in this. So this is 9, this is 8, we have 9 here. Okay, let's just do it by box. In this box is 9, 6, 15, 6, 21, 2, 23, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 28, plus 3, 31, another 3, 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 42. 34 plus 8 is 42. Plus another 3 is 45. And we know in this box, the 1 has to appear on a thermometer, so 1 can never appear on another thermometer in any other box. Well, in this lower central box, every cell is covered in a thermometer, or every cell is on a thermometer except for 1. So that must be where the 1 is. That means in this upper left-hand box, we have a 1 on a thermometer. We also have a 2 on a thermometer here. In this lower central box, we have 2 on a thermometer. and it has to be one of these digits. Well, this digit is greater than two other digits, which cannot have a 1 here. 2 can only appear on a thermometer if it's greater than 1, or it's the bulb. And none of these digits are going to be greater than a 1 only. So that means this must be 2 here. So now we have, in this upper left-hand box, we have a 1 on a thermometer, we have a 2 on a thermometer, and in this box, we have 2 on a thermometer. That means 2 cannot appear on another thermometer. And so where is the 1 in this upper central box here? It must be one of these 3 cells because it can't be on a thermometer. Same with the 2. The 2 has to be one of those 3 cells because we have a 2 guaranteed on a thermometer here and a 2 here. So therefore, in this upper right-hand box, that means this also must be 1 or 2 for this upper right-hand box because 1 and 2 cannot appear on the thermometers in those boxes. Well, 1 cannot appear here in the central box. 1 can't be here on the central box. It can't be on a thermometer. So where's 1 in the central box? It must be here. 2 has to be one of these 2 to not be on a thermometer here. No 1 here, no 1 here. Okay. 1 in this lower right-hand box has to be one of those 2. Cannot be here. It's one of these 3. We know we have a 3 surrounding in one of these thermometers in this upper left-hand box. In this lower central box, we also have a 3. Therefore, one of these, at least, is going to have to be 1, 2, 3 as a triplet. Because 3 cannot appear in both on these thermometers in these boxes. It could appear in one of them. We don't know which, though. 9 has to appear on a thermometer in every box, and it can only appear on a tip because there is no digit that's going to be greater than 9. So 9 in this upper central box has to appear on a tip. It cannot appear anywhere here because these are not tips, and it has to appear on a thermometer, so 9 has to be there. Same with this upper right-hand box. 9 has to appear on a tip, cannot appear any of these, so it has to appear there. Which means in this upper left-hand box, whereas the 9 cannot be here because of 9 in the row, it must appear on a tip, so it must be there. 9 must appear on a tip in this left central box, so it has to be there. 9 must appear on a tip in this lower left-hand box. And it cannot be here because of 9 in the column, so 9 has to be there. 9 has to be on a tip on this lower central box. Can't be here because of 9 in the row, so 9 has to be there. 9 must be on a tip in the central box. Can't be here because of 9 in the row, so it has to be there. That leaves 9 as a tip here, and then 9 as a tip in column 8 there. Okay. 8 appears 8 times on thermometers. So that means 1 time it's not going to be on a thermometer. Okay. So where is 8 not going to be on a thermometer? It's not going to be on a thermometer in column 9. because there's no other digits in column 9 on a thermometer in column 9. So because of that, 8 has to appear on a thermometer from every column from 1 through 8. So where can 8 be in column 1? 8 can only be on a thermometer if it's on a tip, or if it has a 9 next to it, on going to 9 on a tip next to it, essentially. Well, these are not going to be next to 9 on a tip. This can't be next to 9 on a tip, and so 8 has to be here for that to work. Where is 8 in column 2? These are not going to be next to 9 on a tip, so it has to be here. So that's 8 there. Where is 8 then in column 3? Cannot be here because of 8 in the box. So it has to be on a thermometer from columns 1 through 8, so it has to be here. Okay. Where do we go next? 8 has to be in a thermometer in this upper central box. Cannot be here. None of these are next to an 9 on a tip. So it has to be then here. That means 8 cannot be here. 8 has to be one of these two digits here. And this cannot be 8 because it's not next to 9 on a tip. So 8 has to be here. That's interesting. That leaves this as a 1-2 pair remaining in this box because 1 and 2 cannot appear on thermometers anymore. We have an 8 now appearing here. Where is 8 in column 8 then? Cannot be here because of 8 in the box. Can't be here because it's not next to 9 on a tip. So 8 has to be here. Where is 8 in column 7? Cannot be here because of 8 in the boxes. If we have an 8 here, there's no digit that's going to be greater than it, which is less than 9 also. So it has to be here. So that's 8, which means 8 can't be here or here in the central box, whereas 8 in the central box, it has to be there. That leaves 8 can't be here, here, or here because of 8 in the column and 8's in the row. So that means 8 has to be there for that to work. This has to be consistently increasing to the 8, so this must be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 there. We have a 3 guaranteed on one of these thermometers here, and a 3 here, and a 3 guaranteed in one of these thermometers in this upper right-hand box. So where is 3 in this upper central box? It cannot be on the thermometer. We already have 3 3s on thermometers. So this has to be a 1, 2, 3 triplets. That leaves the remaining digits in this column as 4, 5, and 6. This digit must be greater than that, so this cannot be 4, this cannot be 6. This must be greater than that, but we have a 4, 5, 6 triplet in the box, so this can't be 4, 5, or 6. It can't be 8 or 9 because of 8 or 9 in the box. So that leaves this as a 7. And the remaining digits in this column have to be 4 and 5. 4 has to be smaller than 5, so this is 4. That's 5. Which leaves us 6 and 7 remaining in this upper central box, and 6 is less than 7, so that's 6 and that's 7. That leaves this as a 2, 3 pair here. Okay. This digit cannot be 7, but where else can 7 be in this box? 7 can only be where it has either on the tip or it has 8 and 9 above it. And these can't be, 7 can't be here. We have 7 in the row, and these are not on the tip or have 8 or 9 next to it. So 7 has to be there. Remaining digits of row 3 are 1, 2, 3, and 4. This digit must be greater than that. And if we had 4 here, no digit would be greater than that, and that's remaining in its row. So this must be 4 here, which means this is 1, 2, or 3. Cannot be 1 or 2 because of the 1, 2 pair in the box. So this has to be then 3. That eliminates 3 there. We have 3, 4. Remaining digits in this box are 5, 6, 7, and they have to be in this order. So this must be 5, 6, and 7 for the thermometer to work. Remaining digits we have left in this upper left-hand box are 1 through 6. So this must be in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for the thermometer to work. 2 and 3 eliminate 2 and 3 in the rest of the row, so no 2, 3 here, it's 1. 1 eliminates 1 in the rest of the row, so this is 2 and 1. And this can't be 1 or 2, it's 3. This can't be 1, it's 2. So that's done there. This digit must be between 4 and 8, and it cannot be 5 or 6. So that leaves only 7. 7 appears 1, 2. So we have 1 appear once on a thermometer. 2 appears twice. 3 appears 3 times. 4 appears 4 times. 5, so this cannot be 4. Because we already have 4 times on a thermometer, so this is 5 and 6, which makes that 4 there. So 5 appears 5 times on the thermometer. 6 appears only 5 times right now. And 7 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And this can't be 7, so where is the 7 on the thermometer? It has to be there, which leaves this as the 6 remaining. We have 8 8s on the thermometer. And we should have all 9 9s on the thermometer. And the rest is just normal Sudoku. So, where are the ones? Not that restrictive. So let's go 9, 8, and then 7. So 9 and 8, we already have all the digits. 7. Where can 7 appear in this left central box? Cannot appear here, or here, because of 7's in the columns and rows. So 7 has to be there. That gives us 8, 7, so we know where the last 7 has to be. It's there. 6's. Where can 6 appear in this right central box? Can't be here or here because of 6's in the rows and columns. So 6 has to be there. Where can 6 appear in row 5? Cannot be here because of 6's in the box. Can't be here because of 6 in the column. So 6 has to be there. That gives us 8 6's. So we know where the last 6 has to be. It has to be there. 5. I don't think we have enough information there. 4 is probably not enough information. 3 is probably not enough information. 2 probably not enough. Okay. So let's go just where we have most of the digits filled out. Row 7. Remaining digits are 3, 4, and 5. This can't be 4 or 5 because of 4 or 5 in the column, so that's 3. No 5 here because of 5 in the column, so that's 4, which makes that 5. Column 1 now. We have 3 and 4 remaining. This can't be 4 because of 4 in the row, so that's 3, which makes that 4. Column. That's not helpful. Column 2. Or maybe let's do row 4. Well, columns, technically I should go column 8. It's 1 or 2 as a pair, but that's not restrictive enough, unfortunately. Let's go row 4 then. We have 1, 2, and 5. This can't be 5 because of 5 in the column. So 1, 2, and 5 here. 1, 2, or 5 there. That's fine. Row 5, we have 2, 3, and 4 remaining. This can't be 3 or 4 because of 3 or 4 in the box. So this must be 2, which makes this 1, which makes that 5. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 3 and 2. 1 and 5 eliminate 1 and 5 here, so it's 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 1. We'll fix that 2. That leaves this digit as a 4. Remaining digits, where's the 1 column? 7. It has to be here because it can't be here because of 1's in the boxes. That eliminates 1 from being here. So this must be 1 here. That gives us all the 1s, 2s. We should have 8 2s. We do. We know where the last 2 has to be. It's there. 3s. We have, where's 3 in row? Column 3, it has to be there. That gives us 8 3s. So the last 3 has to be there. 4s. We have 8 4s. We know where the last 4 is. It's there. And the rest must be 5. And that's the solution there. Fairly straightforward. You'll run into the counting part. Usually it's counting circles. But you'll run into the counting part fairly often. And I don't know. I always find it fairly straightforward for me to solve. But some people find it a little bit more difficult. Not really sure why. But yeah, I hope this is sort of a good introduction to counting, usually circles. So I'll just say counting circles. Because counting circles are a fairly common rule set that you'll find, particularly in some of the harder puzzles. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.